if you're lactose intolerant, you can't watch this movie because it's got so much cheese.
Sorry, yeah, I gotta go. You guys can do this on your own now.
Nope, end it there. You agree 100%. I'm right. Welcome, everyone, to another fantastic episode of Flicks Fellas. I'm your host, Kevin.
I'm sorry. I just rocketed a knife.
I love that energy.
Now there's enchilada all over my floor.
Oh my god.
Kevin is spilled his spaghetti on the floor.
Off to a great start. I'm your host, Joey Amato. Joe Amato, Giuseppe, the one and only. Joining me today, we have royalty in the house, Lord Kevin Fahey, and the pleb, James Carroll. Say hello, boys.
You know, when you give him a compliment, you don't have to come at me like that, all right?
He's literally a lord.
I'm literally a lord. Like, that's literally my title, so.
Yeah, all right.
So naturally, that makes both of us plebs.
Plebs, that's true.
Yeah.
We're but squires in the presence of royalty.
Exactly. Okay, so today we are reviewing the 2021 Indian adaptation of The Girl on the Train, available now on Netflix. And before I give the credits of this film, I want to give a very clear disclaimer that I will probably be butchering every single person's name in this cast and credits, as well as their character titles.
You know when you go into a video game, again, we bring it back to video games and Marvel. That's all we do here. That's the only media we consume. But we always make fun of ourselves because we don't know the names of these things, but trying to pronounce the names of a foreign film is like taking the difficulty and going from normal to extreme.
Yeah, I was not expecting this. I didn't even know that this was an Indian film until 30 seconds in. I was like, oh, wait a minute, we're in for a ride here. And now we're here. So we're here, we're going to do it. This movie was directed by Ribhu Dasgupta and is based on the novel of the same name written by Paula Hawkins. The movie stars Pariniti Chopra as Mira, the protagonist of the film, who is named Rachel in the book and the U.S. version of the film, as well as Aditi Rao Haidari, who plays Nusrat John, who is named Megan in the book and the U.S. version of the film. The Girl on the Train is about a recent divorcee named Mira, whose life begins to spiral out of control, leading to an alcohol addiction. Mira begins to fantasize and obsess over a seemingly perfect couple she observes while on her daily train commute, until one day when she observes something out of the ordinary. Some quick little fun facts about this movie is that this is the second movie adaptation of the book, which was only released in 2015, so who knows, maybe we'll get another movie by 2024. And this is an Indian movie where all the characters' names have been changed from the book, but it does still take place in London. The main character, Pariniti Chopra, is the first cousin to Priyanka Chopra, the wife of one of the Jonas brothers. And the Chopra family is actually one of the most influential families in the Indian film industry. So,
and who does she play? I'm sorry?
The main character.
She plays Mira, the main character.
Oh.
Yeah. Not Priyanka Chopra. She's not in this movie. It's her
but
cousin.
She's connected.
Yes, first cousin.
To the Joe Bros.
Yes.
To the Joe Bros.
To the Joe Bros.
Which Joe Bro did
She was probably at their wedding. I think Nick. He's the young one.
So she's met Lady Stark.
Because what's his name? Yeah. Is she Lady
Sansa?
Stark at the end? I don't remember.
She's Lady Stark, right?
Can't spoil.
Wait, no. What are you guys talking about? That's...
GOT.
She's not Indian.
Right, but
no,
I said that this one was probably at the wedding, which means she probably met Game of Thrones.
Oh, correct. Yes. They're all connected. They're all connected.
Everything is connected. We're in the final storyline.
Yes.
I have the same name as one of them. That's kind of connection.
Nope.
Kevin.
Not the same.
Nope.
Or do you mean Lady
continue.
Stark because you're a lord?
Oh, shit.
Anyway, okay, let's get into first reactions. James, why don't you start us off?
First reactions, if I'm going to be honest, when Joey said we're going to watch Girl on the Train, I'm like, all right, that sounds good. And then I turned the movie on, and it was in another language, and I was like, oh, that's cool. Maybe that's it's an adaptation. And then it was in another language for 15 minutes. And I was like, Joey, am I watching the wrong movie? And he's like, no, this is the correct movie. And I'm like, all right, subtitles are on. So it is like the movie does go back and forth. I don't want to talk a ton about the subtitles because I'm sure everybody's got their reactions because Joey did not preface that this movie was an Indian movie when we were.
I didn't know. I thought we just had 2 American adaptations of the book.
When I was watching the movie, in the beginning, if I'm going to be honest, I had a rough time watching this one. The first 45 minutes, I would say I got to the end and I was like, if I didn't have to do a podcast, I would not finish this movie. But after an event that happens in the storyline, I actually became much more interested and like I was much more attached to the story. I would say the best part of this movie is like minute 55 to like the 2 hour, you know what I mean? Or like probably minute 55 to like 150 because like the end is a little weird as well, but I'm sure we'll get into that. First reactions are, I think if this is your kind of movie, you'll be into it. It's not my kind of movie.
So let me ask you another question. I'm assuming the answer to both these questions is no for both of you. Have either of you guys read the book or seen the U.S. version of the movie?
No.
No and no.
No.
That's what I figured. Okay, Kev, why don't you take us to your first reactions?
This movie sucked. That's my first reaction.
I hate this movie.
Dude, I was so mad watching it. I was like, oh, this movie is fucking so bad. There's so many things I didn't like about this movie. That's my first reaction. The first thing I said was, man, the makeup in this movie sucks. Like
that was literally my first note too.
It was, yeah. Her head wound. It looks like they just put like fucking like glued sausages to it. I was like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. And then when they started, like, and no hate to like if you like Bollywood movies, that's fine. That's not my cup of tea. And they started doing the little Bollywood dance and song in the beginning, and I was like, this is not going to be a movie for me, man. I was like,
you didn't like that?
To me, that was the only redeeming part of the movie.
That's what I'm saying. I'm on Joey's page.
I don't know. I hope we have like listeners out there who enjoy Bollywood. Are all the songs and like in that type of music, like, do they sound really happy, but the lyrics are so fucking different? Like, there's my other first take. Like, especially later in the movie, like when shit's going down, and it's like, they're all happy, 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 and then it's like, my lover hates me, and I'm gonna die. And it's like, what? What?
There was a song in the center of this movie that kind of, like, when they were in the club and they were playing the Indian song, it kind of slapped, I'm not going to lie.
Okay, so, yeah, I'm going to just go into my first reactions. I thought it was a train wreck, just all pun intended. Acting was not great, makeup was horrible, and the story was a little all over the place. But I did enjoy that dancing scene that Kevin actually did not like. That's one of my favorite parts about Bollywood movies is the music and the fun synchronized dancing. Did you not watch Slumdog Millionaire and just enjoy the Jai Ho scene?
Jai Ho, that was good.
Yeah.
I guess you're right, but this movie sucked.
Okay, that's fair. Okay, with that, let's take a word from our sponsors, and we will be right back. Okay, and we're back. Let's hear it. James, you know what, Kev, you seem pretty passionate about your take. Okay, hold on. Let's recap
Kev's got the vinegar.
This movie to me was a little weird because it felt like 5 different genres. It starts out as a romance movie, so I didn't read the book, but I did read the first couple chapters back in 2016 during my train commute, actually. And none of the first quarter of this movie is in the book. You know, they don't give you any preface from my recollection of her getting married, her getting divorced. Like, it's just post-divorce is where it starts. So let's talk about that part of the movie where it kind of feels like a romance movie. James, what was your thoughts with this?
I thought this was a whirlwind. Like this, what's it called? So essentially, like the way this movie opens is like they open in the scene that Kevin and Joey are talking about where the main character, Mira's friend, is getting married. And her husband, her to-be husband, is the best man, she's the maid of honor. Or whatever, like basically the number one on both sides for the groom and the bride. Then they get together and they show a very quick montage, and then they get married. And then immediately after that, they show all the marital problems that they have. Because Mira, in the beginning of the movie, they want you to believe that Mira is an alcoholic. And that part of the movie, specifically for me, it felt like a little bit of a whirlwind. Like, there was just, like, a ton of events happening all the time, and, like, it didn't seem like even the beginning, like, the very beginning of the movie, she was getting, because she's a lawyer, so she was getting death threats, essentially, or, like, she was getting threatened by one of the people she was pursuing, which was interesting to me, but then they completely threw that out the window when they were like, let's just focus on the fact that, like, she's gonna get pregnant and they're gonna build a life together, and then there's like a car accident.
I want to talk about that real quick.
Hold on, yeah, and we need to preface.
Yeah.
Joe, before you go, I'm gonna let you go, Joe, but we just need to preface that this movie gets so crazy, confusing, and out there that if you're listening to this, like, either just be in it for us talking about the movie, because you're not gonna understand a word we're saying. Like, we can't even understand the fucking movie. At least I was like, what the hell, what are they trying to say? So, let's just preface, it might get a little confusing what we're talking about, and we're gonna do the best that we can to give context, but man, it's gonna be tough.
It's definitely going to get confusing, and I even looked up, like, some of the similarities and differences between the book and movies, and they say that this one just throws so much more at the wall than the book and movie, the first movie, that, like, nobody knows what's going on. Like, there are so many characters who are suspected to be the murderer, and that it's not like that in the actual book, so I'm kind of intrigued to go back to the book, but I'm just, after this movie, I'm not probably ever going to look at it.
You're not super jazzed. This movie didn't get you there, you know?
Yeah. Anyway, let's go back to the beginning. How bad of a stealth operation is this Jeep driver? In the beginning, there's a Jeep driver that follows Mira home from the courthouse.
Yeah.
And is literally a private road, nobody else on this road. She's the only person walking, and this Jeep is literally going less than 5 miles an hour right next to her.
Yeah,
and she doesn't see who it is. She doesn't run
away.
away.
Why didn't she look? They're not changing windshields.
And she's so stupid that she's just like, she notices right off the bat, like, this dude's following her, and she just, like, goes down the creepy alleyway and then, like, down to an underpass where there's no one around. Like, that's her fault.
But yet still makes it home perfectly safe.
Yeah, call the fucking police.
I was like, and let's be clear, this is a very, like, well-renowned lawyer who's very smart and, like, accomplished, and she's supposed to be, like, a badass, and is just making all the wrong decisions, and the stealth car driver is, like,
the dumbest stealth car driver ever. Yeah, you're 15 feet from this person. Also, what's your goal? Like, are you doing reconnaissance about her getting groceries? Like, what?
It was very jarring and weird, and
Dude, the flashbacks killed me. At the end of the movie, they killed me. There was like that, like, because at the beginning of the movie, there's like the rock that goes through the wall, and then like it like zooms in on the hole, which you never saw before, and it's the Jeep outside, and you're just like, okay.
This fucking
Jeep
you
didn't. Wait, fuck you, James. You didn't see the hole before because the rock made the hole. You fucking idiot.
No, what I'm saying is, but the rock came through the hole. What I'm saying is at the end of the
rock
movie,
didn't come through the hole. The rock made a hole in the glass.
No, that's what I'm fucking saying, Kevin.
No, it wasn't.
The rock...
No, it wasn't. You said that the hole was there and the rock came through the hole.
Whatever. It's the rock comes through the door, making a hole that you can then see the outside, and through the hole you see the same Jeep. And I'm just like, they didn't show us that scene before. So, like, later on, they're like, oh, it's this huge fucking aha moment. But I'm like, motherfucker, you didn't show me that. Like, how am I supposed to know it's the fucking Jeep?
Yes, they did. No, they did show it. Yes.
I did not see that
Show
scene.
what?
When James is talking about the flashback at the end where she starts putting everything together, but they do show that.
Did the fucking Jeep through the rock?
Yes.
Yeah, because the Jeep's out there. You know that the Jeep through the rock.
I'm wrong.
I was wondering what you were talking about, like, with the flashbacks.
But here's a gripe. You want a quick little gripe? She's like, I'm not going to file a police report because, like, I'm badass and I don't need to file a police report for this rock.
No, that's also opposite. and this is part of the issue I had right away, was she wanted to file a police report, and her husband was like, no, why? We're only going to get protection for what, a week, a month, 6 months, whatever?
Okay.
And I was
yes.
like, okay, so this guy's a bad guy right away. I was like,
Yeah.
he should be wanting to be like, let's protect my wife and potential future child. Like, instantly I was like, okay, this guy is shady and going to cause problems. But
Well, if they had filed a police report, then it would have stopped right after that car accident because the Jeep would have been discovered in that car accident.
That's true.
You know?
I also don't know how the Jeep isn't like totaled in the car accident. It's a pretty severe car accident.
Dude, that's one of my notes, okay? So we'll give a little context. Eventually this evil Jeep that's following her ends up crashing into their car and killing her baby.
Because she's pregnant.
She's pregnant, so she miscarries. And dude, literally I said the same thing. This movie that scene took place in 2017, I think it said. Or even later, maybe it might be like closer to now. Anyway, that Jeep was easily like a 2008 or 2007. Like, that thing is totaled in a head-on car accident. No fucking shot that it shows up later at the end of the movie.
Yeah. Dude, there's so many things. There's so many things to say about this movie. Like, even after, like, I just feel like the whole progression of her being an alcoholic was just an uninteresting, like...
So, okay, that is
and
something I want to talk
super
about.
all over the place. Like, it wasn't like a cognizant storyline. It was, like, giving you little bits and facts while also, like super driving home the fact that she's an alcoholic. Like, she is, like... at one point, which I didn't understand this at all, it's another random gripe, she takes a small travel vodka bottle out of her purse on the road and pours it in a flask. I'm like, isn't that, like, why the fuck would you pour it in the flask? Isn't the whole fucking point of the flask that you pour it so people don't know you're drinking vodka? You're standing on a busy fucking street filling a flask. Like, just drink out of the bottle at that point.
Wait, so I do want to talk about this too, because like I said, I read the first couple chapters of the book, and the reason I stopped was because they painted her in such like a cliche, drunk, pathetic, poor me picture that it was like unappealing. So the movie, I think, does actually replicate the book in that aspect well, although I thought the acting was very cliche of a drunk person stumbling and, yeah, filling up their flask in the middle of a street when it's like, why would you not do that preemptively? Or it just was... it was exhausting.
Yeah, it was super ham-fisted. Like, it was like every opportunity that there was alcohol, like even remote, like if alcohol was in the same store that she was in, she was like slugging wine or slugging vodka. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Anyone else think that the husband also should have probably died in that car accident?
I thought he was dead.
So did I.
Yeah, they made it sound like he was dead, and then like the next thing you know, she like catches him cheating on a date with another woman, and
yeah, I thought he was dead until she said it. Like, even when she said like it killed my baby, I assumed that it's still like her husband was dead too, and then he was alive, and I was like, he looked pretty fucking dead.
He looked pretty dead.
Yeah. So I did have one question. When they were doing the when she found her husband cheating on him with another woman, and they were like at dinner, you know, were they divorced at that point?
No, I don't think so.
But then she wasn't surprised she was super surprised when her husband asked for a divorce.
I think they were divorced at that dinner. The timeline's all
then
fucked
why
up.
would
I'm
she
pretty
be
sure
cheating?
they were.
Yeah, it doesn't make any fucking sense.
I don't think
basically what
they were
happens
divorced, but I think that she was also like
so this is
so
my
drunk that
right?
it didn't like because she has amnesia, so she like can't remember anything. So I feel like when he asked for the divorce, she probably didn't even remember that he was cheating. I don't know. Maybe that's what they were going for. Again, I don't know what was going on in this movie.
So essentially, my whole... Let me just explain this. Let me explain my confusion real quick, because it's like the first... Like, this is like before you see the divorce scene, you see her walk into a dinner her husband is having with another woman, and she accuses her husband of cheating while he's at this... Clearly, it's a date. And then they have this huge back and forth, whatever. And then there's another scene where her husband, like, proposes divorce and, like, has, like, the papers and stuff ready, and she's, like, super surprised. So I'm like, and after that scene, they get divorced. So it's like, either they were already divorced when she walked in on the scene, or, like, the scene where the husband's on a date with somebody else, or they hadn't been divorced yet, and there was a really weird reason that she was super surprised when she got the divorce papers.
I think they were divorced.
These don't fit together.
I think they were. Let's preface this with the writing sucked in this movie. One, none of that shit made sense, and nor was it easy to follow. Also, the conversations were like so uncomfortable to listen to. Like just like the shit they were saying, I couldn't figure out if it was bad acting or bad writing, but I'm 95% sure it was bad writing. But I'm pretty sure they were
also
divorced, James, already.
Speaking of the writing, Paula Hawkins, the author of the book, was not included as a screenwriter on this film. Like, why would you why would you make a movie about a book and then not have the author at least have some sort of input or consultant credit as a writer? It just doesn't make sense. I think they just tried to do way too much. They tried to make it super confusing, but it was so heavy-handed that like you never actually like believed any of it.
No, and none of it really had weight because they were just throwing shit around. You know, like it wasn't like it was like at least again in the first 50 minutes of this movie, they threw so much at you that was like supposed to be so heavy, and like it was a bunch of different like the timelines made sense at the end of the movie, but for the first 45 minutes, you're like, what the heck am I watching? You know what I mean? Like it's like all these little bits of data and information that don't really string together all that well, and it's like I don't know what like they do tell you what time you're like watching, but like I felt very like I had to stop, rewind, and then watch it again because I'm like, I don't understand how, like, where this transition jumps. You know what I mean?
I didn't even put the work in to do that, James. I said, you know what? Fuck this movie. I'm just going to get through it. I don't care what fucking bullshit. I don't get it. Whatever. I'm just trucking through this 2 hours. Like, this movie fucking sucked. Like,
it was... It's funny that you keep mentioning the 45, 55-minute mark, because that was exactly, like... Well, the first time I checked to see how much longer it was, like, probably about 20 minutes in. And then I, like, checked again, and I was like, oh, my God, it's still 45 minutes in, and I don't give a shit about any of these characters. I don't care.
I was going to abandon shit. I swear to God, I was going to abandon shit.
I was like, they try to think so hard in the beginning to make you feel, like, sympathetic towards Mira, and just completely fell flat, and you just don't care.
Yeah, but the only information you have from Mira is she's an abusive alcoholic in the beginning of the movie. You know what I mean?
No, agree. That's what I'm saying. They don't give you much.
Yeah, they don't. You don't. There's no reason to have like again, like alcoholism obviously is like something that like needs. It's like a disease as much as it is like a negative effect on people around you. But like at the beginning of the movie, they do like what they focus on is they focus on the bad shit that she does when she's drunk, and like that's all you see in her alcoholism. You know, and like you're like, I was totally with the husband when the husband was like, we're getting a divorce. I'm like, yeah, she's like a super destructive alcoholic. You know what I mean?
I think that's the point though.
Yeah, I agree. But what I'm saying is like, you don't like, and I agree. I think that drives home the point. And I think the reason that I think I'm not as much of like, we fucking just throw this movie in a ball and chuck it in the garbage can as you guys is because I did like what that set up into in the second portion of the movie, but I keep saying 45 minutes to 50 minutes because that's when I was like, I'm gonna stop watching this movie. Like if I didn't have to talk about it like today, I was like, I'm not watching the rest of this movie.
I cannot wait to talk about the end of this movie with you because you sound like you're like, okay, like they kind of made up for it, but they fucking didn't, dude. And I can't wait to fucking bury you at the end of this podcast. But we're not at the end yet. Let me say this.
Tag team because I hate it.
Let me say this. I have a couple questions. Okay, a couple before we
don't have answers.
Deeper into
I have so many questions.
Actually, the one is not for you, James. The one is for Joe. But this one is for both of you. Do lawyers in London actually fucking wear that?
I
also thought that.
That is so cool. If I lived in London, I would. That's would be my career, just to wear that cool fucking clothes. Like they're all wearing
clothes without being a lawyer.
Just ordered online.
Yeah.
Oh fuck!
I do have a gripe. This isn't a movie gripe. This is a society gripe. I have a society gripe. I don't know why for all these like super important like supposedly formal things that like humans are supposed to be ready for, like graduation and lawyering in London. Why does everybody wear the same dumb, stupid looking robe? Like, it doesn't look good. You know what I mean? It doesn't look good. I don't think it's ever looked good. You know, you throw that thing on, it's all like floppy and baggy, and you can see that people are like wearing ties and like nice clothes underneath, and I'm like, I don't understand. Like, yeah, but it doesn't look good. No, but they don't look good. They look like garbage bags. And that might be like a hot take for me.
Why do the Queen's Guard fucking wear those tall hats? They look dumb as shit, but it's tradition, right?
That's true. But I'm saying but it's different than like, what I'm saying is like, there's 1,400 Queen's Guard, and there's fucking 7 billion people on the planet that are like, and not everybody's wearing these things. But
you gotta realize though, James, that like they're trying to build one single piece of garment that can fit anybody, no matter what your size, height, like everything is. Like,
yeah, but why does everybody gotta wear the same garment?
So you know who the fucking lawyer is. Same thing with like doctors that are wearing those lab coats, you know, so you know which one's the doctor.
I think it looks dumb. Like, I hear what you're saying, but what I'm saying is it's like, it looks like you're supposed to wear them. Like, the clothes they're wearing underneath look better than the thing they're putting over their clothes.
I thought they looked pretty cool.
I think it's like a professional thing.
Looked pretty formal.
Yeah,
it looked pretty formal to me. You're wrong, man. Why are you wearing fucking Grogu on your sweatshirt, bro?
Because this is a comfy-ass sweatshirt.
Right.
Okay.
But,
and also...
Down 1 point so far.
Huh?
I think you guys are here just to invalidate my opinions.
100%.
That's just my whole existence is like attempting to invalidate.
Yeah, like,
I thought that's why we created this podcast.
Yeah.
So we could do it called Fuck James and His Opinions. Yeah, but what I'm saying is like, if anybody came up the street, they're like, hey, do you like whatever cap and gowns? And they're like, no, it's fucking dumb. But if I say it's fucking cap and gowns, you guys are like, no, they're the best fucking things on the planet. I've got one right now.
They're not meant to be a functional piece of clothing. You wear it for a couple hours, you get your pictures, you do your thing.
It's dumb. I don't know. That's my hot take. Let's move on to the movie.
Okay.
Because
I had my other question for Joe, because maybe he can answer this for me. Big issue that I had with the movie was it kept switching, like, from English to Hindu, right? Is what they were swapping between?
Yep.
Hindi.
Thank you. Sorry, Hindi.
Mm-hmm.
They kept switching almost like mid-sentence. They would just switch.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Joe, you live with someone who is a non-native English speaker who also speaks
it happens
English.
all the time.
Is that
Yep.
So that's completely legit? They'll just switch halfway through the sentence?
Yeah, so my dad, his first language was Italian. He is much better in Italian than English. He's been here for 40-some years, still can't speak English very well, but he gets by. He just has a very thick accent. My mom, though, her first language was English. Her parents are from Italy, so she's fluent in Italian as well. My mom will switch up almost every other word in a sentence and go back from, like, Italian, English, fake English, Italian. Like, it's constantly going back and forth, especially, like, when you're talking to somebody. It depends. Like, whoever you're talking to changes what kind of, like, words you use. So, yes, that is actually kind of common. The biggest gripe I had with the language, because, you know, I don't... It's fine that it's in Hindi, most of it. But they do speak English at some points. And they speak English to each other. They speak English to non-Hindi people. But there's a point where Mira is at a support group with some of the whitest people who are clearly British, probably have never seen an Indian person in their life, and the whole time in the support group she's speaking Hindi. And I'm like, wouldn't this be a time to use the English?
Yeah.
And they're all sitting there like, And they're like,
they just don't understand her problems. Yeah. It's like an AA meeting, and they're like, yeah. Oh no, I was gonna make the same thing, Joe. Like, I feel like they did. So I didn't like the fact that they went back and forth, because I felt like it was very like, because especially when I'm watching subtitles in a movie, right? Like, I could get in the headspace that I'm like, okay, it's the subtitles. I gotta watch the subtitles. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But then if you start speaking in English, I'm like, oh, I guess I don't really have to watch the subtitles. And then, like, I'll, like, look at my phone or I'll do something. And then they'll do 4 sentences in Hindi, and I'm like, what'd they say? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
And
you have to be attentive to this one, because they do switch back and forth quickly and without reason a lot of the time. Yeah. But I think that is, from my experience, kind of natural based on hearing my parents speak. But from a movie perspective, I thought it was kind of weird, because you want the audience to know, kind of like expect. Yeah, like, they also, I mean, again, everybody in this cast is Indian, and they all speak Hindi, but like a lot of the times they just go up to a new character and just start speaking Hindi. When I'm like, you're in England still. Like that's the one thing that they don't change from the original movie book, is that it still takes place in England. Wouldn't you have to assume English first before you start speaking
I think there
Hindi?
is a large population of Indian people in like the UK.
No, I don't doubt that, but there's a lot of Spanish people in America who don't speak Spanish. Like
True.
It's not you can, just because I don't
I
speak
think that's
Italian.
only,
like
no, I definitely think that they definitely it's obviously like in Indian movies they spoke more Hindi than they did English, but it was interesting like people that were clearly like Indian spoke Indian to each other, and then and they would go back and forth, but mostly they would speak Hindi to each other, and then they would go and like when you're speaking to like when the policewoman was speaking to like civilians, she would speak English, you know what I mean, and then like she'd switch back to Hindi like when she was speaking with her partner or with Mira or whoever, you know. So it was interesting, but let's try to. I think we can move on to the next.
Right, and on that subject. Man, that cop sucked. Like, the writing for her sucked. The acting sucked. Like, so bad.
There were so many times she could have easily arrested anybody. And she just asked them 3 questions, and they're just like, no, I wasn't there. Makes a deep, stern face. Okay. And then
let me tell you our whole case and evidence against you right now. And then
nuts.
I was like,
told her everything. Like, she's like, this is our defense or our prosecution, and she's like,
literally says to her at one point, like, she literally says to her, "Boy, you're a lawyer. You know we have everything we need to arrest you," and then she doesn't arrest her. Like, what? What criminal justice system is this?
Yeah, that was super dumb. The fact that, like, she walked up on the street and she's like, you, and she's like, yes, I'm Mira. And they're like, we found your license next to a dead body. And you're like, she's like...
with blood and you have a massive scar on your head.
Yeah, and then you're like, I lost my ID. And then she's like, did you report it? And she's like, no, I slipped my mind. And you're like... That's enough.
Great
you can take her in. Yeah, you can take her in there. Like, you don't have to talk anymore.
Who the fuck calls the cops when you lose your driver's license? I would never call the cops. I would call the DMV and ask for a new license, please.
I think that's what she meant by, did you, like, report it? Like,
no, I think it was like, if you lost your... Because she said, did you lose your wallet? You know what I mean? And she's like, oh,
no, she said her identification card or whatever.
Her citizen pass card or something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
Anyway, cop was fucking stupid. Alright, so this cop chasing her the whole time, just fucking dumb, dude. Loved slapping people. She loved just like that one scene. Hold on. There's the scene she runs into the dancing hall, or they're like going to like question the like dance instructor or whatever of the girl who got murdered. And the dance instructor's buddy walks in and is like, dude, they're coming to, like, talk to you. So he runs, and then the cop runs in and just smacks the dude who said, hey, like, smacks that dude. Catches the guy, and immediately slaps him. Like,
can we talk about
it was great.
How everything to do with the fucking dance studio was a red herring, and it was fucking 20 minutes to 30 minutes of the movie has nothing to do with the rest of the movie.
Can I talk about that? Why the fuck did he run? Why was he in such a bad place that he had to get warned, first of all, by his friend that the cops are here looking for the girl?
He didn't do anything illegal!
No, I know why. It was because of the fight in the basement. That's what they're trying to insinuate in the movie, that there's that fight in the basement.
Yeah, but if you go into the police station and you're like, hey, I got drunk and tried to hook up with this guy's girlfriend, and then he tried to beat the shit out of me and I pushed him against the glass mirror, that looks a lot better than the cop being like, you're wanted for murder. And he's like, I didn't even see the person that night. And then you run away from the cop.
It's so bad, but I love that, like, it was literally like she walked up to the one dude and just went, and then chased the other guy down and grabbed him by the neck and went, like, it was the same, and it was the same slap. It was the exact, like,
the same exact slap.
Same slap.
So bad.
It was
so
not
quick,
an aggressive
too.
slap.
Also, how'd she catch him? He went out the back. He went running out the back.
Because she wasn't chasing him. She cut him off.
Had to
but
come
they didn't say
out.
anything about that.
Yeah, cut off. But she would have had to go out the front, run all the way around the block. She wouldn't have beat him there.
I don't know, dude. I think they ran through.
This
Also, that dance studio
concern.
was huge. Did you see how long that guy was running and he wasn't outside? The dance studio is either connected to 4 other buildings or it's gigantic.
The movie sucked. The cops sucked. Love slapping people.
Let's get back to the plot of this story real quick.
We move back on.
So, we have Mira, who is now divorced, drunk, alcoholic, and she takes the train to nowhere because she doesn't have a job, and she starts to become lost in the fantasy of this other couple's life. Okay? That part's true to the book. Doesn't really make sense. I get you can kind of fantasize, but if you're on a train, even if it's at a stop, the max you have is about 5 to 15 seconds, really, of noticing somebody. What are the chances that each time they're outside and you're getting that close of a look to start fantasizing and obsessing over these people? What are your thoughts? Kev,
she was going nowhere.
Wait, Kev had his hand up.
I said...
No. He was...
I didn't have my hand up. I was refocusing my camera. But I said slow train.
No, so my whole thing, right? She wasn't working, so she was just getting on the train to fucking creep on these people.
Yeah, 100%. And then she becomes so obsessed with them, which, okay, fine, that's part of the story. We're going to live into it. She's at the club with her friend, and she writes bitch
Dude, this is bad.
Lipstick on the mirror and is literally going crazy and saying that she wants to murder this girl because she thinks she saw him have an affair with another man who she doesn't know. She doesn't know this girl still. She doesn't know her name. And she's flipping out, recording herself. She ends up recording herself that she wants to murder this girl for cheating because she has PTSD.
Who has nothing to do with her fucking life. Yeah.
No, but I do get she has the PTSD from her husband cheating on her.
Yeah, but she's fucking projecting on a person she's never met before.
At what point, as a friend, do you say, hey, I think it's time we go get you some help. Some real medicated help.
Like, Kevin, I promise, or Kevin or Joey, dude, I promise, if I go into a bathroom with you and you write something like on the wall and you start like grabbing your hair and pretending like you're bashing somebody who you've never met, hair into a desk, I'm calling you cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs and I'm fucking sending you somewhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man, that whole scene was just weird. The writing was so bad. The acting was so bad. Like, I was just like, fuck me, I gotta turn this fucking movie
I wanted
off,
to end this movie so bad, and I wanted to text you guys and be like, don't waste your time, let's just not release an episode this week. But I was like, no, the fans want it.
Yeah, man.
We need to let people know how bad this
We gotta
was.
tell people to avoid the train.
And it doesn't even, like, build up to much. Like, it ends up to, like the investigation. I don't even know what to talk about because it's just, like, the same shit over and over. It's just, like, going in circles of, like...
It's the same thing over and
her
over.
accusing, the cop trying to accuse this chick is so determined that Mira, whatever the fuck her name is, excuse me,
Mira.
is the killer. And it just keeps going in fucking circles. Like, it's just so ridiculous.
Yeah, so I want to talk about that now, too, for a second, all the different murder suspects. Obviously, the point of this movie is to make it seem like Mira is the main killer. Obviously, as a society, we know that the protagonist in the situation, this character, is most likely not the killer. So they wasted so much time on that. Second, your guess would be that the killer is the husband. Maybe he found out she's cheating, whatever. Anon, I think his name was.
Yeah.
He verbally says at one point, I'm going to kill you one day. In that moment, you know he is not the murderer because they're now trying to so heavily-handedly make you believe he's the murderer. Third suspect, the dance instructor. Don't know what his...
Doesn't fucking matter.
Don't know what
It
happened to him at the end.
matter. It didn't
fucking matter. It ended up nowhere. It was very pointless, like, total waste of a guess. Then you have this guy, Walter, who's a white guy, big guy with dreads, white dreads, taking pictures of people, and you don't know what his deal is. Also kind of like so over...
Bruh.
So bad. But so heavy-handed that he is a bad guy, but you could tell he's more of like a muscle than brains behind the operation. Also, you know he's not the person. her therapist, the guy she's having an affair with, or is believed to
No,
have an affair with.
that not her. She's having an affair with. It's that what's her name?
Mira thinks she's having an affair with.
Not Mira's having an affair with her. The
No.
other, like the murder, the victim.
Nusrat.
The victim.
Yeah. I gotta find her name. But the victim, they think she's having an affair with him. So heavy-handed that it's just all of these people they're trying so hard to make you believe that they're the victim.
Yeah.
When obviously then it becomes the person you least suspect.
Which is everyone.
Right. and then I guess
everyone is a murder suspect in this movie. Like every single person they introduce is a murder suspect.
Yeah.
Yes, and I guess this kind of leads us to kind of that ending, right? They in the book, Joe, and I looked it up. I'm pretty sure they wrap it up that Mira's husband was gaslighting her ever since the accident, right?
That was my favorite twist of this whole movie. The one thing I liked out of this movie, I liked the gaslight. Like I liked it. Like, oh, he's a piece of shit. Like the husband's a piece of shit, and that was a cool twist. Is that the husband is like
the husband killed her, killed the girl. The husband of Mina killed this girl, Mira, whatever, and was gaslighting Mira since the accident into believing that she was doing stuff that she wasn't doing. That's the book. I'm pretty sure that is the book.
Yes,
that
he's the bad guy in all three versions.
He is the bad guy, and he killed her and was gaslighting her into believing that she did it, right? Was just manipulating her.
So let me also ask you guys a question real quick. What the fuck was his motive for harassing his wife before they got divorced?
He's just a shitty person.
I know.
Yeah,
he's
a shitty person.
Like, that's not a motive to marry somebody. That's just like, you know what? Now I'm going to destroy their life.
Well,
and just
he
make
gets
them an
married.
Alcoholic, and I know he doesn't want kids.
Yeah, this is the only thing. This is the only thing I can, in my head, justify him being so abusive and like. It's literally like he gaslights her to crazy. He convinces her that she's an alcoholic and makes her dependent on alcohol. Like this is all the husband's fabrication of their life together. And like the husband he convinces her to drink more, she passes out, and then he cuts himself and blames it on her. It's like, "Oh, you came in with me the corkscrew," you know? And the only thing I can think of is at some point in the relationship, the husband wants a divorce because he likes to go after other women. And when he does, he doesn't want to actually divorce her. He wants he wants to seem like the victim. Like he wants to be the victim in this story. And so he's projecting and trying to turn her into something that she's not. You know what I mean? And she's trying to turn her into this toxic person, which really she's just trying to mend her marriage. You know what I mean?
I don't know. It seems like a lot of work and pain that he had to go through when he could have just been like, you know what?
Oh,
you're
I don't
clearly
think he was
damaged.
done well.
I don't want
But
to.
he's just a douchebag. But I think that's what they're trying to get across is because he did the same thing with the new girlfriend, with the girl he killed.
Yeah.
That's just who he is. But
Well, plot twist.
that's the book,
yeah,
though, right?
and that's the only way I can the only way I can again, I'm not saying obviously he's the fucking villain and he's a piece of shit. You know what I mean? And I'm just saying that that's the only feasible way that in his fucked up mind, in his fucked up abusive mind, that the logic actually works. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's a shitty he's a shitty person, and it's he is the villain of this. He and one other person, which is fucking the other person. Their motive is fucking dumb. Yeah, we'll talk about that in a sec. But he's the husband. The ex-husband is a piece of shit, and that he should have been the only villain in the movie. You know what I mean?
And in the book, I'm pretty sure he is. I think that's the end, is that he killed the girl, and then you find out, or the main character finds out that he was lying to her the whole time and manipulating her, blah, 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 blah. I'm almost mad that we watched this movie and I couldn't watch the actual girl on the train or read the book, because that actually was a cool little twist, right? That it was your husband the whole time and you were getting tricked. That's kind of cool.
Yeah. Gaslighting your entire marriage. Yeah.
Right. But then, also, I guess, 2020 is, the year of gaslighting. Because what was that show that came out on HBO? And he's gaslighting her the whole show. Or everybody. He's gaslighting everybody.
I don't know.
What was that HBO show with Nicole Kidman? And The British dude.
Oh,
What the fuck was that called?
oh god, I know what you're talking about.
The Undoing.
The Undoing.
That's what it was.
Great show.
Great show. Anyway,
Spoiler alert.
back. Yeah. Spoiler alert. Oh fuck.
Did you guys just spoil like the apex of the show?
Fuck! I did just spoil the show.
And we'll start again.
No. You just put like a
fuck 'em.
little. Whatever. People, if you haven't watched it yet, they probably weren't going to anyway.
Yeah.
But what I was gonna say was just leading into, holy shit, did they just fuck up that ending by, like, they could have salvaged something with that twist that comes from the book, but man, they had to add another fucking, like,
Baby
another
stupid
part of
twist.
it. They're
Yeah.
like, but wait, who killed Walter? And it's like, oh, shut the fuck up.
Well,
like, you gotta be
yeah.
fucking kidding me.
There's literally a book and a movie that were both very, like, the book was hugely popular. The movie was, like, really popular. Many people saw it. It had a great cast. Like, you have to do something different or just not make the movie at all. Like, I don't get why
Yeah.
they made this movie in general. It's only... The first movie came out in, I think, 2016. This one came out 2021. It was supposed to come out last year, but pandemic pushed it back. The book is only 6 years old. It's only been in the world for 6 years. Like, people are still reading it for the first time. Like, it's still very relevant. Like, why do we have 2 movies on this book? Is the question. Like, it just blows my mind that they decided to make this
I don't know
movie.
why they decided to add. So the thing we're talking about is at the very end of the movie, it turns out that the real mastermind behind this whole thing, not the husband is is still an abuser and was not an abuser because of this individual, but the person that is actually framing Mira for murder is the police officer, because Mira convicted her dad, who was a criminal, and
Right.
sent him to jail, and then he killed himself in jail, and she blames Mira for that, even though
So
she's a police officer.
So
Okay.
fucking dumb, dude. Like, literally, that was so fucking stupid.
So
When they
I have-
started bringing that up, and it's like trying to be like, haha, we got you. Like, haha, look, it was the cop. And it's like, no one
No.
fucking cares. Like,
Yeah, I have 2 major gripes now that we've kind of told the whole plot that I want to talk about. First is how fucking small is London that she becomes fixated on this random couple for no reason, who
Yes.
also coincidentally has had an affair with her ex-husband. Okay, first
Yes.
big whole gripe.
That's a coincidence. It's literally
That's-
a coincidence.
that's
It's
a
not
right
It's a coincidence.
point.
There's no explanation behind it. There's not like
it is
she
literally
looks
a
familiar.
coincidence.
Oh, I've met her before. Like I know her. Like, yeah, look, it's
Mm-hmm.
just this is a random girl who looks to be happy and have the life I want. Like, boom, and
Stupid.
connected. Done. Hate
Bad
that.
writing.
Second,
no, that's just the book, though.
That is the
like,
book,
That's
too.
literally the story. You can
But I
just
hate
chalk
when-
that up to
but-
storytelling. That's
No, and
fine.
I agree.
I don't
that's what I
like that
don't
it's
like about the
coincidence.
book.
I don't like that it's coincidence. There needs to be more. And that's just that's again, the book. People love the book. I hope people enjoy the book. I think that it's crazy, like absolutely
So
crazy,
far-fetched.
that she just so happens to get fixated on this girl that's having or this woman that's having an affair with her husband.
James,
Like,
1 point
that-
to you.
1 point to James. James is back in the.
I
in the
agree
green.
with you. Yeah.
Yeah. I had another gripe, but I want Joe to get to his second gripe before I get
Okay.
to my gripe. I hope it's
So
the
my
same.
my second gripe now is that at the end of the movie, she goes to
Yes.
Walter's house, who's the photographer. She has all the evidence in this room, and she
Yeah.
texts herself. She says at one point, "I set you up." Okay, she knew that the cop was the bad guy. She says, "I set you up," yet she doesn't have an actual plan
No.
to defend herself or
Nope.
kill her or get her
Nope.
caught by the cops.
I was-
She literally brings this girl there just to basically like confirm that it's her, but has no way of actually protecting. Like, she's a cop.
No.
She has a gun. She could shoot you and get away with it by saying it was self-defense. Like,
Yeah.
how do you not
Right.
have a plan to
And,
actually?
Can we also talk
I
about
was
how-
totally. I was just gonna say I was just expecting the partner to be like behind a door or something, and they're like,
yeah,
"We
like on the
got you."
phone or something. Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah, or she's like recording the
dial.
cop or something. Yeah,
But
exactly.
then-
something.
Go,
Nothing.
James. You were gonna say something, but I'm
The
like, I
fight
haven't-
scene was so dumb.
Yeah.
It
So
was
bad.
so dumb. Well, she's like holding, like they're 10 feet away from each other, right? The cop's holding the gun. She's pointing it at her, like plenty of room. And then she gives the whole speech where she's like, and I knew it was you, and I lured you into my trap. And then the cop's like, no. And then she teleports 10 feet closer to the cop, and they wrestle for the gun in like
The
a
lights
weird
start
flash.
randomly flickering.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're ready for this? How many light bulbs do you think if I shot with a bullet would start flickering? That would be pretty fucking cool.
Also, you
if
never
it
see
didn't
like
just turn off.
yeah, she shoots and like the cop like goes limp and falls. You never see any blood or a bullet wound.
And then she drags the body
The
out,
corpse,
and there's
yeah.
nothing. There's nothing on her stomach. And then here's the biggest fucking gripe. Okay, she's got all the evidence in the world that says she's innocent, right? Mika, whatever her name is.
Mira. You
All right.
watched a 2-hour movie where they said her name
Write a
6,000
note.
I
times.
fucking hated the movie.
Write a
Anyway,
note.
the main character, Mulna, was
Racist.
has all the evidence. All the evidence that she's innocent, right? She's got pictures, she's got like literally everything.
She's got text messages and calls.
And you know what she does? You know what she does? She just pins the murder on her husband. she just like makes believe that the ex-husband shot her dead and then killed himself. Like what the fuck?
Well, he's
like,
not
wouldn't
dead.
you
He's
just
not
go to
dead.
the cops?
He's just knocked out. The
Oh
whole
yes,
back
yes,
and
yes.
forth.
I'm sorry. Yes, that
Also,
he got knocked
can we
out.
talk? Can we
How
talk
would
about
that work?
husband?
How would that work? What's that timeline? That he
dumb.
shot
It's
her
stupid.
and
It's
then
fucking
he
stupid.
went whoa boom and like knocked his head on a table.
Yeeted his head.
What?
No. Well, the whole thing is like she's got the phone that has the recordings. It's like literally her husband's like it's her husband audio recording and sending them in text messages, going, "I hope my wife doesn't find out about my affair with this person. And this is their name and address and social security number." And then it's the little victim who says, "Ah, yes. Your husband's name. I am so glad that we are having an affair, and I can't wait to see you in the woods where I was murdered." Like,
Dude, literally, it is, and then there's pictures of the cop in the woods too. It is asinine that
you know
she
how
set
everybody
up
in
the
the
ex-husband.
fucking movies in the woods, fucking the cops in the woods, Walter's in the woods, Mira's in the woods, the husband's in the woods.
A farmhand is in
Yeah, who
the
the
woods
fuck is
ready
that
to
guy?
steal her cell phone.
Yeah,
Fucking
and
Simple Jack is fucking sitting waiting to steal
That
her cell phone.
also, you
is
never
this
got his
fucker-
name.
Also, of all the people that they're going to throw as murder suspects, how is the guy who ends up with her phone not going to be considered a murder suspect? How do they not track her cell phone ever?
He's like, it's not my cell phone. It's not your cell phone. It's my cell phone.
So dumb. It was so dumb.
Fucking ridiculous.
Also, the scene where Walter dies was the most inconsequential, like, you know what I mean? Like, he just, like, walks down the street and then just gets killed. And nobody, like, takes, like, that's vehicular manslaughter.
Right,
Also-
the cop should have been arrested right there. She just ran someone over. Are you?
And then Mira openly steals his phone off his dead body, and all those people aren't like, "Wait a minute, stop that girl! What is she doing?"
And she
Like,
gets the
Yeah.
plate. She gets the plate, which she wasn't able to get the 6 other times she's seen the fucking Jeep. Like, she gets the plate, runs the plate, and is like, oh. And then, wait, this is, like, honestly, this is fucking hilarious. She runs the plate, gets the name of the guy that killed himself in jail, and then looks him up on Facebook, and there's a picture of, like, the guy that killed himself and the cop, and she's like, they're connected? And then, like, you see her, like, step out, and then she's like, he's my dad! And you're like, no fucking shit. Like,
yeah, nothing. in
riddle
this-
me that, Batman.
There was like 17 plot twists at the end of this movie, and none of them were like shocking or
The
surprising.
husband, the abusive husband, was like, that was the only thing in this movie that I was like, that, like, this is, like, this actually has continuity, and I understand what they were cashing in on, but then that wasn't, like...
Because
That
that was
wasn't the
written
hook.
by someone
Yeah.
who knows how to write, and then the rest was just like people who were like, but what if?
But what if we did this? What if
What
this
if-
person
what if the
existed?
cop-
there was someone else?
So
and
dumb.
they're
Yeah.
like, oh yeah,
Okay.
make it the cop, make it the cop.
I think, yeah.
I have
Fucking
one more
so
gripe,
dumb.
and then I'll let you guys make your final comments, but we're getting pretty long, so we got to end this. Did you notice at the end, after it was like 6 months later, when she's all healed up, and there's no fucking scar on her
No
forehead?
scar.
This girl had a softball-sized
Wound. Yeah.
wound ripped out of her forehead. Like, just,
Yes.
you could see her brain.
And brain damage. And
and has brain damage, and there's not a single scar.
She
100%.
should have been dead in the woods. He bashed her head on a rock like
with a
3
brick.
times.
Yeah,
3
or with
times.
a rock. Yeah.
Yeah, insane. But
And
yeah,
not a single scar to remember it by.
I know, insane.
Okay, so that's
Stupid.
my final gripe. Anything you guys want to say before we wrap this up?
No.
Dumb.
Dumb. Okay. Do we even need to do it? Let's do it. Kev,
Yeah.
are you press and play or keep scrolling?
I'm scrolling so fast. This movie sucks. Don't even waste your time. There is not even an audience. I can't even tell you who the fuck's gonna watch this movie. You know, if you're thinking about watching this movie, go watch the Emily Blunt version. I'm sure it's much better.
She's a gem.
Okay, James.
Keep scrolling. This again, we've gone through it. Like, it's funny. It's funny to talk about, but ultimately, I can tell you in the beginning of this movie, like, it's not even the fact that it's like a different language, right? And like that's the barrier that I'm getting through. It's just the writing of this movie really isn't. It's not. It doesn't make any sense at points, and it doesn't. It's not like it. There really is only one 45-minute segment of continuous story that has value, in my opinion. So, keep scrolling.
Yeah, there's movies that Netflix pushes on you that you think are going to be good, and this was one that I saw for about 3 or 4 days just constantly at the top, and then after that, I had to actually search to find it when I wanted to go watch it. That is a bad sign that even Netflix was like, oh shit, we should not be promoting this movie. Keep scrolling as fast as you can. Do not watch this movie. Honestly, I can't even recommend. I haven't read the book. I can't recommend the book. Or the other movie.
It bleeds through. It's like you can't, like nothing with this title.
Nothing with this title. Don't support it. Do not encourage them to make another one.
I'll never get on a train ever again. Oh man.
Yeah. Okay. So that's our show.
Wait.
Uh,
Dating advice.
Oh, I don't have anything prepared.
Well.
But don't force your spouse into
To watch
becoming an
this movie.
alcoholic out of hobby.
Yeah. Don't be a
And
piece of shit.
Cheat on them.
Yeah. Literally a piece of
Literally,
human
like-
garbage.
Yeah. No, there's nothing to say about this movie. There's nothing productive about it. And
I just want to say I hate whoever brought up the idea of us doing the dating advice at the end of the episode. I know it was one of the girlfriends, but
It was
you.
your girlfriend.
was
I'm
it
pretty sure it was
me?
you.
Was it my?
I thought
It was
was
you and your girlfriend. Yes. It was you
I
and your
fucking
girlfriend.
hate myself, and I already I fucking hate myself. But man, is it fucking annoying when she's like, "Ooh, the dating advice this week," and I'm like, "What did I say?" Because I might have said some fucked up shit. Like I know I say some weird
It has
ass
something to do with
shit,
the movie.
and I'm
Yeah.
like, "Oh fuck."
Joey's for
yeah.
this week is don't be a piece of human garbage. You know?
That's good
Literally.
dating advice.
don't
respectful.
force
Don't
your
gaslight.
significant other to become an
Yeah.
alcoholic.
Don't gaslight.
Get drunk with them. Have fun. Sure. Don't gaslight,
gaslight
into... Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. That's all for now. I'm mad that we have to encourage people to watch this episode
Yeah.
because it just further promotes the movie in any sort of way. But here we are. James,
Like,
do our little...
comment, subscribe. Let us know down in those comments what you want us to watch. We started getting a little more feedback, and we're going to let that inform our decisions going forward. Additionally, we have a Patreon set up. Joey, what's the link/place that the Patreon
That
is
can be
Footfalls
found
Pod?
in our Instagram bio. There will be a link there that will direct you right to our Patreon page where you can see all the cool benefits of giving us your
Yeah.
money we'll give you.
Yeah, we'll hang out with you. But, thanks again for tuning in. 100%. Let us know what you want us to see, or what you want us to see, and then talk about and potentially tear apart, like this movie. But thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.
Yep. Ciao, ciao.